Fort Collins doesn't always get the same attention as Boulder or Denver, but that might actually be a good thing. This northern Colorado city consistently ranks as one of the best places to live in the US, and for good reason. Whether you're considering a move from out of Colorado or relocating within the state, Fort Collins has a lot going for it, and maybe a few things you hadn't considered. Let's break it down. Fort Collins is about 65 miles north of Denver, nestled right at the base of the Rocky Mountains. It has that perfect mix of college town charm, outdoor energy, and small city convenience. The town is more laid back than Denver, definitely, but it's still active. You'll see people riding their bikes to work, meeting friends at local breweries, or heading out for a quick hike before dinner. Because it's home to Colorado State University, there's always something happening. Whether it's a football game, a live concert, or a street festival downtown, it gives the city a youthful energy that blends well with its historic neighborhoods and deep roots in agriculture and innovation. Now, Fort Collins offers a variety of housing options, from charming craftsman-style homes near Old Town to newer developments in southeastern neighborhoods. While the city prices have risen in recent years, much like the rest of the state, they're still generally lower than Boulder and many parts of Denver. The median home price sits right now at around $620,000, depending on location and condition. The fact that Fort Collins is a city, there's gonna be a spread. If you're looking for space though, Fort Collins delivers. Larger lot sizes, backyard gardens, and multi-level homes are common. There are tons of opportunities as well for renters, including modern apartment complexes and rental houses near campus or downtown. One important thing to note though is that inventory might be a little tight. Fort Collins remains in high demand, contrasting many suburbs south of it closer to the Denver area. So when good listings pop up, they go fast. It helps to work with somebody who knows the market well, especially if you want to get into that house before somebody else takes it from you, which is super important to consider because if you've considered a move to Fort Collins or the surrounding areas, reach out to me. I speak with people like you every week who are considering a move to the state and are doing as much research as possible before they take that first step. If this sounds like you, leave a comment below or reach out to me directly. But for now, let's get on to the next topic, which is that Fort Collins is an outdoor enthusiast's dream. You can go hiking, biking, trail running, paddleboarding, or skiing, all within the city or within a short drive. Horsetooth Reservoir is a major local gem where people love to spend their weekends on the water or just hiking around the cliffs. The city is also one of the most bike-friendly places in the country, with hundreds of miles of bike lanes and trails. The city has made top 5 and top 10 lists in numerous competitions across the entire country, which is no surprise because Fort Collins boasts over 200 miles of bike lanes, as well as having many bike-friendly businesses incentivizing their employees to bike to work. Whether you're commuting or just cruising for fun, it's a great way to get around. The brewery scene here is also a big part of the local lifestyle. Fort Collins is home to over 28 breweries, including New Belgium and Odell. There's always a new IPA or seasonal tap to try, and many breweries host local events, feature food trucks, as well as have some live music. So it's a great place to spend an evening. If you're into local food though, there are some local farmers markets, craft eateries, and a growing number of farm-to-table restaurants throughout the city. And given the times, that's probably only going to increase. Now to segue to the job market. In Fort Collins specifically, it has been steadily growing. While CSU is a major employer, there's also a strong presence of companies in clean energy, tech, biosciences, and manufacturing. In recent years, more remote workers and entrepreneurs have been drawn to Fort Collins, specifically due to the overall quality of life and the balance between work and recreation. Schools in the area are also well rated, with tons of schools from elementary to high given A rankings based on niche.com. Plus, as I mentioned earlier, Colorado State University is here, so there is a huge academic presence, especially in agriculture. Now, what about the city might give you pause? First off, Fort Collins is quite a ways away from Denver, so if you're looking at getting into the main city of Colorado frequently, I'd argue the drive from Fort Collins is absolutely not worth it. There are a ton of closer places to consider. You're also pretty far from the Denver International Airport, so if you need to be able to get out of state frequently, it's going to be a horrendous drive. Now, there is the Northern Colorado Regional Airport in Loveland, but all the flights, especially to main airports around the country, are going to go through Denver. The second thing is that housing competition is real, as I previously stated. As more people have discovered Fort Collins, the demand for homes has gone up significantly. That can make the buying process feel pretty competitive, and prices have risen in the past few years, stagnated for a few, alongside the rest of the Colorado market, but are anticipated to continue to grow, along with the rest of the state. If you want to move here, it's smart to start early and be ready to act when you find the right fit. And finally, the last one is that Fort Collins still might be holding on to its college town quirks, maybe a little bit too much for some. Certain areas around CSU can be loud or busier during the school year, so if you're looking for a bit more quiet suburban peace, you might want to avoid the campus area. The city can still be great, but maybe that area might be a bit too active. So should you consider Fort Collins? If you want mountain access, active living, a creative and welcoming community, and a city with tons of heart, absolutely. It's not perfect, but few places offer this much charm, access, and livability all in one. But maybe it's just a bit too big, but you're still looking for something established in northern Colorado. Well, then check out Loveland just to the south. Or even if that's a little too big and you're looking for something small, check out Berthoud. You may like that one more. You're definitely gonna have peace and quiet there. This is Life from the Front Range. I'll see you there.